Questions for Vlad. Here we go. Rob Harb Official. What is some advice for people who are struggling to find their passion in life? You're not struggling to find your passion in life. Like you're just not seeing it. You're not alert. You're not looking low enough, if that makes sense. And I'm not a person that is paid. Well, I am paid to give advice now. You know what I mean? But I just kind of slipped myself in this avenue. I didn't go to university and study and smoke cones in the field. If you're struggling to find passion in life, you're not looking simply enough. Don't overthink it. What comes naturally to you, then, and what do you like and love? You know, that's a passion. For me, one of the rarest things in the world is to be a comedian, right? This is a very well, I suppose it's a very individual sport. That's one, but it's very rare that people go, "Oh, I want to be a comedian." You know, it's very rare. You got to be a kind of a weirdo, hypercritical, at the same time have a great ability to put things into perspective that are funny. It's rare, but there's a lot of people that love basketball, for example. And then, for example, bro, if you love sports and you go, I don't know what my passion is, then thanks to the internet, you can do a lot of stuff. Like if you love football, you can be a statistician, you know, for a football team. Like you got to study and then you get your way in. You can work in the A-League, you can work in small, you can work your way up, you can get up into the EPL. There's people that do that stuff. You can get into commentary, you can start a YouTube channel, you can start reviewing games or interviewing players or start from the ground up, bro. Go and interview the local lads at the park. Like you could do interesting stuff. So thanks to the internet, you can build that. At the same time, you might have to be a mechanic to make some money, which is probably what your trained profession is. So for me, it's wrapping, stitching and plugging in real estate, not the passion though. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? I want an Audi. I want, 6 figures to be dumping into the account every year. I don't want to study. What else do you do for that? Drug lord or real estate agent? That's it. How else am I going to do it? That comes afterwards, but no other thing's going to take you in without at least going to put some studying in. You know, real estate agents now, you need a license. I've got a license, but back in the day, you could do a license for 6 months while bludgeoning a TAFE playing pokers at the local pub and still be able to get it. Or you could be a real estate agent without a license, which is fine. You just can't open a real estate agency. I think the laws are changing now, thank God, because not everyone should be a real estate agent, and definitely you need to dedicate some time into understanding the laws, the etiquette. So Rob Harb, I would say, bro, look lower. Brian Tracy in the book, I don't know if it's called Maximum Achievement or something like that, he goes, you will work in something that if you want to find your true passion, it's between the age of 7 and 14. It's something, and this is his opinion. So if you're gonna cut that, go to Brian Tracy. I think he's 92 years old, lives in America. Don't have a go at me. I'm just kind of echoing what he said. That made a lot of sense to me. Between 7 and 14, you're going to come up, you're going to like things, you're going to love things. And if you follow those inclinations, you can find a passionate life, like a life led by inspiration. As my missus said to me, you're living a God-inspired life. She said this to me. I didn't realize or accept that kind of a description of it, because I didn't think about it. This was just, I'm hyper-inspired doing this. You know, I wake up in the morning. I try not to bore everyone too much by putting out content left, right, and centers, but at the same time, I'm really inspired. My brain's clicking and flicking, trying to work out new funny shit, new segments, new shows, new tours. I want you guys to be entertained. I want you guys to be enlightened along with me. You know, we a journey together. It's like a little family. So it's very inspiring to me, bro. So and it comes naturally. I don't really need to find inspiration for it. And there's all these tentacles coming out of what I'm doing, branching out into different kind of subcategories, let's call it. But that's not by force either. Like the music side's not by force. You know, meditation station, the shows, the sketches, the narration station. There's so many things that are happening through the Vlad channel, but it's just because it comes natural to me, bro. So since a kid, Rob Harb, I'm gonna tell you, since a kid, I've wanted to make people laugh, and I've been successful at making people laugh. I was told in year 3 that I was the classroom clown, and I took that as a compliment. I was embarrassed, but I thought, yes, bro, I did it. Like a clown. She goes, you're a classroom clown, Vlad, Mrs. Bailey. If you're listening to this, look at this now, 10,000 downloads. So up to 200,000, so by the way, but 10K consistently. Some people are natural good with numbers. You become an accountant, chartered. You're just attention to detail. You're justice seeking. You could be a lawyer. You love cars. You could be a mechanic. You could be a car collector. You could be a sprayer, a resprayer of cars. There's a million things, bro. But you got to find a passion, and it's got to be low enough. Like when the Vlad channel started, I wasn't even thinking about making cash off this or dropping my job or whatever it is. It's just like, this video is funny. And then I just kept flowing from that. Between 7 and 14 years old, I loved the same things that I love now. Exercising, back then it was sports. So I like to play cricket, I like to play soccer, even though I shit at both. But I love skateboarding, I love surfing, which I'm half decent at. Not very good, but half decent. I loved skiing, which is still doing those three sports religiously now when I've got the opportunity, but up until COVID. So those three things I continued my whole life, and it's not by force for me to ski or surf or skate. I love all of that stuff. And then I loved making people laugh then. I still love making people laugh now. I don't know why. I feel some fucking void in my life that I have in my body. Who knows? Maybe I had no confidence as a child. Making people laugh made me feel better. Who knows? Who cares? It still works. Got more confidence now, opening up to thousands of people. Who cares? But I followed that by accident, to be honest, but now I kind of see, and if I can dump some advice on you, bro, it's like, just look at those things. Like, what made you happy? What drove you? What were you psyched on? What were you interested in? You know what I mean? And if you're a channel and, 50,000 people kind of follow what I'm doing over the platforms, then so can you, bro. If you love cars, start a mechanics place. If you love to be a collector, jump in with a few friends and buy an VL Calais, respray it, do that. Make a video of the respray. I don't know. There's fucking million ways to do things. You'll find the creativity. Lacking inspiration is just because you're not aware that it's a simple thing. It's really simple to be able to find that it's what you like, what you enjoy, and then trying to funnel yourself into that, like dive into it. People like medicine, they like saving people's lives. They don't like seeing people sick. They jump into a passion of medicine. They become doctors, surgeons, specialists. This is something that people do innately. For example, they've got the avenues there at school. Like if you reach X amount, you can get into uni and become a doctor. Can't get into uni, become a comedian. Those people are usually unemployed and druggos. So unfortunately, I had to fall into that category and go through real estate. But if you're struggling, which is your question, to find your passion, sit back, meditate, journal, write it out. What do I like, bro? This, that. What do I hate? Office jobs, for example. Hate office jobs. Hate looking at Lynn telling me how much she hates her life. I hate hanging around some guy called David because his missus is a nightmare, and he comes to work every day half drunk, still smelling on the scotch from last night, and he's waddling around life aimlessly. Don't go to office jobs. That's it. You're right. Nah, not doing office jobs. Don't want to be in the corporate world. Hate the corporate world. I'm just echoing what I hate, right? Don't want to be in the corporate world. Want to be free. Or don't want to be free. Hate hands-on labour. Want to throw a suit on. Want to get in an Audi. Don't want to have any education on my side. Get into real estate. Speak to a psychologist about it, bro. They'll help you map it out. And then you'll be able to look up different professions and whatever. So I'm kind of going into the career side of lacking passion, but I don't know if you're lacking passion in life in general. I mean, do a bit of a dopamine cleanse, bro. Get off the social medias. Go do pot. You know what I mean? Which is phone off time. So if you're going to cut that, pot is phone off time. Don't have a go at me and say I'm promoting the use of marijuana. Anyway, brother, I hope that was a little bit enlightening to the sense. It kind of made me feel like I got the answers. Thanks, brother.